Welcome back to Only Talk Sports. We talk sports every single day, or at least we try to. I'm Ernst Jeffrey. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our video. We are down to the last conference championship game. It's the ACC Championship Game between the Louisville Cardinals and the Florida State Seminoles. Louisville has 2 losses, and Florida State's undefeated. And most people probably would have picked Florida State to win this game fairly easily if Jordan Travis was able to play for Florida State, but he's out for the season. So Tate Rodemaker is going to have to step up for the Seminoles as the backup quarterback to try to lead Florida State to victory so the Seminoles can make the college football playoff and have a perfect 13-0 season and get that ACC championship game. But the Louisville Cardinals, they're a solid team. A lot of people have said that they've had an easy schedule, so they really question how good that Louisville actually is. But with Jordan Travis out, the Cardinals definitely can get a big win in the ACC championship game. And they're not a massive underdog in this game either because Jordan Travis is out. Me and Will and D, we break down this ACC championship game and whether we believe that the Louisville Cardinals can upset the Florida State Seminoles, even though it won't be as big of an upset without Jordan Travis, and be able to spoil the Seminoles college football playoff hopes, or whether we believe that Florida State can win without Jordan Travis with Tate Rodemaker at quarterback, and with a win over Louisville can win the ACC championship game and make the college football playoff.
All right, in our last and final game, Louisville and Florida State.
Only a 2.5-point favorite for FSU. The bettors are not. They are not on the side of Florida State right now without Jordan Travis. They're probably looking at that Florida game, and they see a team that barely won against a team that's not making a bowl game. And Louisville has been playing better than Florida, even though their schedule has been bad. The schedule is terrible. That's why no one respects Louisville anymore, because of the schedule and the fact they just lost to Kentucky, who's supposed to be terrible because they lost to South Carolina. But Louisville's still a good team, have had a great year record-wise for sure. And Jeff Brohm deserves a lot of credit. Where this game's going to be won is if Florida State's defense can shut down Louisville's offense. If they can do that, and they can keep this a lower scoring game, Florida State can win. That's what they have to do, because without Travis, Florida State's not going to score a ton of points in this game. If Louisville scores 30, it's over. I think that Louisville has the game. I don't see any path for Florida State to win if Louisville scores over 30 points, because I just don't see Tate Rodemaker getting that much better and throwing for 250, 300 yards, couple touchdowns. He's probably going to be held to around 150, maybe 200 at the max, if he plays a bit better than he did in the swamp, because it's going to be a more favorable atmosphere than being in the swamp. So he could play a little bit better. He was banged up, but he did return, so he should be fine. Louisville, Plummer is turnover prone. He makes mistakes, 11 picks.
Yeah, that's big.
Again,
I mean,
that's why I'm saying the defense for Florida State's key.
If they could get like a scoop and score like they did against Clemson, that would be pivotal.
Because that's the only reason they won. They wouldn't have beat Clemson if it wasn't for that. So, like you said, if Plummer makes a couple mistakes and Florida State's defense plays really well, that's where they're going to win. I'm betting that they are. So I'm going to go with Florida State to beat Louisville 28-21. But that's the only reason. Because if you look at the fact that if Jack Plummer throws for 300 yards and he's getting it to Thrash and Jordan's having a good day on the ground, they're going to win the game. But if Florida State's defense can shut him down, again, he's very turnover prone. Sports Talk with Austin says, Jeffrey, the disrespect is real. How dare you call her win over Notre Dame weak? I didn't say the win over Notre Dame was weak. I know you're laughing, but I said the schedule was weak. The schedule is 12 games. That's one game. You look at some other team schedules that these teams have gone 7-5, and there's an argument to be made that if that team played Louisville's schedule, they'd be even better than 10-2. They could be undefeated. They could have one loss. That's how bad Louisville's schedule has been. It's not Louisville's fault. That's who they've played, and they've taken care of business outside of the Pitt game and the Kentucky game. They've done really well. I'm not discrediting them, but they're not a top 10 team. And the only reason people think they can win is because Travis is out. And I know, Austin, you don't want that narrative, obviously, but it's the way it is. If they beat Florida State, like 28-21, 35-28, whatever, everybody's going to be like, if Travis was in, this wouldn't have happened. And that's true. It wouldn't have happened. So Louisville has a golden opportunity to win the ACC. They can't blow it. This is their chance. They can win the ACC without Travis. They can do it, but I think Florida State's defense will stop Plummer. But if Louisville wins, Travis being out is why for sure.
This is the toughest game to call.
And it shouldn't be tough. Like I said, it should not be tough. But the circumstances making it tough.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I never made my decision before the show. Dang it, man. I'm gonna do it just to conflict with you. 28-24 Louisville.
Man, come on, man. Louisville beat Florida State. All right. I mean, like I said, you could be right. I hate it for Florida State, though. And part of me just doesn't want Florida State to blow their season like this because I know some people don't want them making the playoff because
I don't either. That's why.
Since Travis is not there, they're not going to be able to compete. I understand that. But for what they've done and what Travis did, I just would hate to see them lose. I really would, and I would hate
want to see them in the playoff, man. They're just gonna get killed.
I know that's the conflict of interest, though.
Yeah,
you don't want them in the playoff because Washington and Oregon, Alabama, Texas, and even Ohio State would be a better game. I get it. I'm with you. So I see the narrative of why people want them to lose, but then again, I don't want them to lose because Travis did a great job. And Moose is right. Florida State, even with Travis, is probably the weakest undefeated team. But they were still really good. They were a good team. I know the Boston College game, but that was one of those deals where they slacked up late. They were up by like 18 in that one or 21, and then they just let Boston College come back. So you're right, Moose. They are the weakest undefeated team. But if Travis was in, no one would be picking Louisville. And, yeah, they probably would not win a playoff game even with him, but they would be more deserving of being there. I just hope they can win for them, even though they're going to get blown out. Maybe I'm taking the wrong approach because, yet again, they're going to get destroyed without him. But it is what it is. They had a great year, and it would stink for them to lose it all now because of his injury.
Mm-hmm.
But if Louisville wins because of it, that would be great for them. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Like this video down below. Comment down below whether you think that Florida State or Louisville will win the ACC Championship game and why, and what you think about me and Will Indy's pick for this championship matchup. Follow me on Twitter as well. Link is in the description, and I'll see you next time.